What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Many of you are aware of the sister brother named DEELISHIS. She came out many years ago on the Flavor of Love reality show. And the booty is just ridiculous. They say it's real. I believe it's real. I would have done anything to just get next to it, not even trying to touch on it, just to walk by and have a look, because even to this day, DEELISHIS is handling, all right, good looking woman, even in her 40s, fine, right? And she has dated a multitude of guys in the industry, up into or not including, or including rather Lil Wayne and many other guys. But as you guys know, these guys in the industry, they got a lot of options. That's something that women don't know. You're dating some of these men out here. These guys are pretty much gods. They can get whoever they want to deal with. Unfortunately for them, they end up getting, booty clapping sounds, and they end up going about their business. That brings in our brother Raymond Santana. He was in the Central Park 5. He was sent to prison for something that we found out he did not do. And the way he made his money was because he got the settlement. Then he became a speaker about the situation, became somewhat of a celebrity. And so somehow when he moved to Atlanta, they crossed paths, okay? They crossed paths. And so in crossing paths, they ended up getting married. Now, for those of you who remember, a lot of us, especially in this sphere, we roasted the brother. Okay, we're like, bro, what are you doing with her? She don't really like you like that. She's just trying to get your money. I mean, you're nothing like the guys that she was liking. But eventually, people started to, change their mind about the couple, and they was doing a reality show, and again, they was getting the bag together. But again, it was something that was going on, and he actually shout out to brother E_Whitehead365. They did an interview on Instagram Live, and this interview was captured from Tough News TV. All right, shout out to that brother for putting it out there. Go ahead and subscribe to the brother Tough News TV. Okay, check him out. I want to play a clip of this as it was on the podcast, because brother Raymond Santana is going to discuss what happened.
I was single, watching y'all relationship and just being like, damn, black love is beautiful and y'all were doing so much. What happened?
In the beginning, a person comes into your life, right? And the energy it can be off the charts, yeah. Right? And so when the energy comes, you embrace the energy because it's soothing, it's warmth, right? It's enticing. And then you also have your own energy. And so both of your energies, they come together and they mesh and they match. It's an explosion. And we saw that, right? So we got together, and we got a lot of backlash in the beginning, right? Everybody was going at us. They couldn't understand it. And then it went from that to, you know what? They're kind of goofy together. I kind of like them together. And then by 6 months, they was like, wow, I kind of love this couple. And so it was a blessing when we got together, because we both had trauma in our history. We both grew up hard. We come from, unstable situations. And so when you bring it together, and then it meshes, and then the masses love it, it's a great formula for success. It's like the underdog story, right? We become the underdogs, and then now people start to champion for us. They start to love us. And then, and so we were both in agreement into it. So we went into reality TV and we did it. But then I think that what happened was, as time went on, and that energy starts to shift, because now, if you're putting your best foot forward, and that's not really who you are,
right,
then it becomes a little bit of a battle to maintain that. Right. And so I had a part in it too, because here I was flowing in love, right? This was the person who I had feelings for. I was in love with her. And it was like, if we make this work and we become the ultimate success story, sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. And we were in that direction. Like, we were together for 3 years, and people see our lives, they saw our lives all the time on social media. You know, the flowers came every 2 weeks like clockwork.
Right.
There was the trips, that there was the lifestyle that we lived. It was lovely, it was great. But what happens is there's also a part that's reality. And with the reality, you have to understand that we got to maintain those lifestyles. Those lifestyles become very expensive. And so what happens at this point, now it becomes a team effort, because our popularity becomes so big that our kids are starting to look at business deals.
Wow.
So now this becomes where we can start to build some type of generational wealth, right? And so now it becomes all hands on deck. And I say this point to say that, so when you get to this point now where you can't fake it no more, right? And then this is the point where we need you the most, because now you are anchor. This is how we're gonna win.
Right.
And then you don't want that. So when you don't want that, you sabotage the whole shit.
Wow.
And so now this is when I have to go into, I'm not in husband mode, I'm in survival mode. I'm in Raymond Santana mode. Raymond Santana has been fighting against the system for years, right?
Right.
Put out numerous, try to get legislation, try to change laws, try to do a lot of things, travel on the coast across the country. So I've been known as a fighter all my life. And so now the reality comes to me, it hits me and it says, all right, if I can't move forward with you, then what's the next thing I gotta do?
That's a fact. The plan B.
The plan B, because I still have a kid that I have to take care of, and those bills don't stop.
They don't. Them bills are residual. I always say that. They come every month, right, wrong, and indifferent. But I started to see the behavior started to change. I started to see the shift in the energy. And so I knew that person was no longer with me, right? And so, I confronted that, I confronted my partner. I confronted her several times. And I said, look, I see it. You're not here no more. You just have to be real with yourself. Right. Is this what you want to do? Are you ready for this?
And so, then came with, we had the conversation. We actually sat down, and because I knew already that I was being cheated on. I already knew that there was infidelity in the marriage. No matter what they said about me, I never cheated, right?
Right.
I never cheated. I never stepped outside of my marriage. And there was a lot of people that was in this circle who were there. They know the truth. And so at the end of the day, when you decide that you don't want to be a part of it no more, I gotta accommodate.
Right.
Right? I'm an understanding person. I know what it's like to be in a struggle. I know what it's like to come from hard times. I know what it's like to fight, to be a fighter. And if this ain't for you, then it's just not for you. But it still has to move forward. And so for me, it wasn't no bad blood that we decided to go our separate ways, right? It wasn't. It became bad blood when, when you start calling the police on me, right? When you try to call the police on me, when you take me to court, because now you think that you're entitled to some of my money, or you think that I owe you something, right? And this is all documented. I don't gotta lie. There was an actual court date. It's all documented. There's a police report. There's all that. And so
now I want to let you play what she said happened about 3 months ago.
It says Raymond is a narcissist, a liar, and a cheat. That's the only.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep. And I said, and the rest will be revealed later. I tweeted that because by that point, and people who understand, I don't want to get too religious because I understand that it makes people frustrated because because everybody got a different way of thinking. But people who understand when God starts to speak to you and you know that you really don't have any more control other than what's about to happen because he's letting you know, when I say so, it is so. I knew in that moment that I was about to be a vessel.
Why didn't you file for divorce first?
I would have never filed, so I'm glad he did. Thank you.
Wait.
I would have never left him. I would have never.
Okay, so who to believe? That is the question. Firstly, she's saying he cheated on her. He's saying she was cheating on him. But something is alarming here, my brothers, and I'm going to tell you why. Because she says something very interesting. She said no matter what, she would have never left him. She would have never left him. Okay, let's stop right there. Okay? How if a man is mistreating you, the man is doing all that you said he was going to do, or he was doing, but, you won't leave him? That's odd. Okay? That's very odd. But now I'm starting to really, and again, this is why black men need to give their point of view, and I'm so glad for the brother giving him his point of view, because if he's doing all of this and you willing to stay, he must be a good guy to a certain degree, because you see more good than bad. So he divorced you, now you left. Then the brother says you calling the police on him, knowing what he been through. You doing all kind of other stuff. He's in there helping you. You're living a lifestyle that's crazy. You spending all his money. All right. He got kids. You got kids. The brother's stepping up. Now, like I said, and again, this is the situation he's dealing with. I just want to tell brothers this, right? Understand what kind of women you're dealing with. I know a lot of us are broken, but God damn it, if they're also broken, bro, what do you think is going to happen? You're not going to be able to change them. I'm here to tell you right now, you can't change them. You are wasting your time if you believe you're going to change them. I'm here to tell you that. You won't. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.